Aaron Allen in the house for another section. He's going to be talking about how to make money with Amazon. And again, wherever you live around the world, one thing that's been kind of amazing for me is as I've traveled all over the world, I have seen all kinds of high tech being used all over the world. And you guys have that ability to be able to use high tech to have a better life. And so I'm so excited to have my good friend, Mr. Aaron Allen, on with us. This is a digital nomad. Boy, Aaron, if we could trade lives, I'll let you have the money and the.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Careful.
But I want your age. I want to feel as good as you. I want to be as young as you, and I want to go do it again.
I'll take your bank account. I will take your bank account.
Boy, but being able to travel the world and being a digital nomad is so cool. I've been to 50 countries. I love traveling. And this is a great way to be able to do it. And he's going to teach us about how to make money using Amazon. And again, wherever you are in the world, using whatever program you use, Amazon's worldwide. And so I'm so excited to have Aaron on. So Aaron, let's go ahead and let's figure out how to make some more money and have that wonderful, fun life that you want to have. Take it away.
So I think in the last segment, I talked about how I'm a digital nomad and I've been traveling and earning for the last 2 years. Before that, I was out of graduate school. I have a couple graduate degrees in literature that weren't paying me anything. I was working a little bit with my father that was helping. I was meeting a bunch of really cool people. And then in 2017, I started a Amazon business. And that became a wonderful avenue for me to earn, to save up some money, to be able to go be a digital nomad. So I have some very strong opinions on what makes a successful Amazon business and what doesn't, and I'd like to share them with you. From the last chat, somebody asked, can you share a good vehicle business model for a digital nomad? Well, I'm about to. It's Amazon. And it's about finding a product on Amazon that you can sell to the world, basically. Amazon is mainly in Canada, the US, and Mexico. But these principles will apply to Mercado Libre in South America. You know, every single country's got an Amazon, and maybe the one that's in your country is actually a better avenue for you to earn in than Amazon. But the great thing is you can participate in Amazon no matter where you're at in the world. So you can belong to the world economy or Amazon and live in your local economy and earn in Amazon dollars, right? US dollars in the case of Amazon. So, and by the way, there's even places that'll give you a PO box and a physical address here in the United States of America where you can run your business completely as if it was a US business and be living in your country, running a US business, earning in dollars. So there are a lot of options out there for people that want to earn on Amazon. So Amazon is a marketplace that sells about everything under the sun, right? And it sells it directly to consumers. It doesn't sell it to business builders like an Alibaba would. It doesn't sell bulk products necessarily. It sells directly to end consumers. And when I was in 2017, I had a buddy come to me. He started a seminar company, Thomas, and he's very, very successful now. And he said, Aaron, I have this idea for a beard vitamin. I don't have a beard. He had a beard. He has a beard. But he says, I want to sell vitamins for men's beards. And I was like, okay, tell me the idea. And he had a name for it, and it was a horrible name. And I love my friend. He's incredible. But the name was really bad. And he knew it was kind of bad. And he came to me, he's like, let's be partners. You're a marketer. You understand words. Help me come up with a better name and a better angle to sell this product. So we went to work and we learned a lot about how to sell on Amazon. And our product, in the chat, I dropped the link. That's our one listing on Amazon. You can check that out if you like. And that one product has been up for 5 years now, that listing. And we've probably done in total over $1 million in sales on that one product. So, and it's just a very simple gummy vitamin for men's hair and beards. So let's talk about some of the things that lead to a successful listing on Amazon. Again, you don't have to be in the United States. You definitely don't have to manufacture the product. So for example, I and my partner, we don't manufacture our beard vitamin at all. It's a lab in Georgia that manufactures our vitamin for us. It's called white labeling. We do all of the marketing. We did all of the label design. We did all of the copy and the images on our listing, but we actually don't make our product. And you would be shocked at how few people on Amazon make their product. We're very different in that we partner with a lab in Georgia to make our product. The vast majority of products on Amazon are made in China, and you buy them from a place like Alibaba, and they ship them directly to an Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon ships them directly to your consumers. So you never even see the product with some of the stuff you can buy on Amazon. So you don't need a warehouse, you don't need a production facility, you don't need to worry about shipping, you don't need to worry about anything like that, all that scary stuff when you start selling on Amazon. What you do need to worry about is deciding what to sell and finding a product that'll sell. So let me talk about a few things that I've learned about all that selling on Amazon. First thing you need to do when you want to sell on Amazon, you need to find a niche for your product. For example, we found a niche. It was men's hair growth vitamins. Men's hair growth vitamins was our niche. It was kind of new. You know, every single woman in the United States of America knows what hair, skin, and nails vitamin supplement is. They're very much in the consciousness of the mainstream for women in the United States of America. They're not so much in the mainstream consciousness for men. But my partner's big idea, and it was a good idea, was that men will be interested in this kind of stuff as well if they can see the benefits of it. And really, a hair, skin, and nails vitamin is just biotin. It's just a very simple supplement, vitamin supplement that helps your hair come in fuller and thicker. It's also zinc, and there's a bunch of other nutrients in a good hair, skin, and nails supplement. But so there's nothing about it that is inherently male or female. It's just a substance. So his idea was, I want to take this thing that females already use, and I want to brand it for men. So when you're finding a niche, there's a lot of services that'll help you find a niche. That their services, there's one that's very famous called Jungle Scout, and it basically tells you, you can go to any Amazon listing and it tells you how much that listing is selling and that category is selling, and how much. You can even search by AdWords and it'll tell you which AdWords are working and how much money they generate. And there's free versions of that software before you even have to pay. And so what you're looking for when you research a niche on Amazon is you're looking for something that isn't completely brand new, because if it's completely brand new, chances are somebody's tried it and failed and they've gone away and they're not there anymore, because you don't need to be new on Amazon. And this is true for all entrepreneurship. You don't need to be the first person. You don't need to be innovative. And actually, it's a disadvantage to you to be the first person, because a lot of times the first people fail. What you want to find is a niche that's working, where there are people working in your niche and selling things, but it's not super duper crowded. It's not loaded with a bunch of competition. And we were lucky. There was one or two other beard vitamins that were on the market when we started. There was none of them that were gummy version. So we found a niche. And basically, once you find a niche, it's wonderful, because then all you do is you have your competitors, you have all of their information in front of you, you have their brand, you have their name, you have their images, you have their copy, you have their listing, which is all the information that a consumer has before they make a purchase on Amazon or on any e-commerce website. And all you have to do now, you don't have to invent the wheel, you don't have to completely change the market, you don't have to introduce a new product, you just have to be a little bit better than your competitor. And on Amazon, it's really interesting, because the only thing that a consumer has to go by when they make their purchase is the Amazon listing they're looking at. And so really, you just have to be a little bit better than their listing in all these ways. Basically, it becomes a branding game. You don't even have to have a better product than them, because we're all getting our products on Amazon from the same places. There's probably, I can tell you on Amazon right now that there are 6 or 7 of the gummy vitamin companies that have sprung up since my company and our listing that get their gummy vitamins from the same exact place that we do. It's the same exact vitamin. And this is true for 80 to 90% of the Amazon products that you find, especially in supplements. They're going to get their products from the same place. or they're going to get their products from Alibaba if it's a physical product. So you don't have to have a better product. You just have to be a better marketer. And I'm going to talk about 5 or 6 areas right now where you can be a better marketer when it comes to Amazon. So the first one, you have a better name. So our name, I don't remember what our competitors' names were. I think it was a metaphor. I think their name was like lion's mane. You know, they wanted men to have beards like a lion's mane. That's an interesting name. Metaphor-based names are not very attractive. There's not an implied promise in them, meaning the name doesn't really point on how you're going to solve the problem for the consumer. If I say the word lion's mane, you're not thinking, oh, well, okay, that's going to solve my problem of having a patchy beard. And also, you have to understand that the vast majority of people are not as intelligent as you might think you are. And so a metaphor-based name is going to be a real difficult struggle. So my first suggestion to my friend was, you know, this has got to be a different name. Let's call it Beard Perfect. And let's call this product Thick Grow. So it wasn't as fancy, as nice. It wasn't nearly as creative, but the implied promise was there. Our company's name was Beard Perfect. Our product's name was Thick Grow. If you can see the implied promises there that someone's going to have a perfect and thick beard just by those 2 product names. So come find a better name than the person that's in your niche. That's the first thing that you can do to beat them. You can have a better price. And that's very true. You know, this is supply and demand and competition in capitalist markets 101. If you go in on and Amazon is very price sensitive. If you have a really good name, and if you have all these other things in common with your brand, and it's a toss up and it's flip a coin to who's going to make the sale, the person that's 1 cent lower will make the sale. That's how Amazon definitely works. So you can have 1 cent lower than your biggest competitor. You can have everything they have in terms of the product, but 1 more feature. So you can have a better product. So for example, there was 4 or 5 when we started men's supplements out there for beards, but not a single, they were all pills that you had to swallow. And we were the very first to make a gummy version. Well, not make, to white label a gummy version of the same vitamin. And we started with a pill. And it was, you know, we were selling, you know, 2 a day, 3 a day. It wasn't really good. And then we were like, now we have to be a little bit better. So we made our product slightly better. We added 1 feature. And you can do that, or you can sell the same product and include a throw-in, like a carrying case or a box or something that's a little bit extra. So you're giving more than your competitor. And if you do that, if you add a feature to your product, you're going to win that game, that branding game on Amazon. You can have better photos on your listing. You can, a lot of times I see people that are trying to, well, I'll come back to this. But yeah, you can have better photos, and you can Google the best Amazon listing photo strategies, free information, and you will find 50 different strategies on how to have great Amazon listing photos. That's what we did. And we consistently made our photos better over time. And as we made them better, our listing got better. You can have a better purpose to what you're doing. So, and definitely market this, definitely talk about this. If you're going to give back, or if your product is made from recycled materials, or if you're a small business, or if your product is manufactured in the USA, definitely talk about this stuff, because it's going to set you apart. Purpose-based marketing and purpose-based consumerism is huge right now in the United States of America. So focus on those things, and you will, again, if it's a toss-up and somebody's trying to pick between your company or somebody else's product on Amazon, and you have a purpose to yours where you give back, or you or you're ecologically focused, or you're a small business, or you're made in the USA, these are some examples of purpose, you're going to win that 50-50 if you have it and they don't. Have better reviews. So you can't focus enough on reviews when you launch an Amazon product. And there are lots of ways to get reviews. Unfortunately, there's ways that are called black hat, which means that you go pay for reviews. There's ways that are white hat, which means that you have groups and communities that you offer samples of products for, and hopefully they give you reviews. There's even ways that you can build a review funnel so that anybody that gets your product can get another bottle free of your product if they leave an honest review. They don't even have to leave a good one. They just have to leave a review. That's legal with Amazon's terms of services. Some of the reviews companies are not legal. So you have to be careful about it and do the right thing. And again, one Google to any of those terms I just mentioned will give you just pages and pages of stuff to read on how to build a good Amazon review strategy. But you have to have it. You know, I think that a product that wants to be successful on Amazon should launch with at least 20 positive reviews and hopefully 50 within the first month. Because your competitors, unfortunately, one of the ways that competitors try to win they try to make your listing bad. So, and the only way they can do that is give you 1-star reviews. That happened to us. We were selling, I don't know, one month we did like $50,000 of sales, and one of our competitors, a Chinese company, realized that we were taking over the market. They were a Chinese supplement company, and 2 days later we had 30 1-star reviews show up on our listing, and they were all from people that were associated with that company, because I had to track down all those names and emails and just through LinkedIn, and I found that they were all associated with that company. So that company was trying to sabotage our review, our listing, and they were doing it by giving us 1-star reviews. Because on Amazon, if you don't have 4 stars or more, you won't sell a single thing. That's kind of the secret. So if you want to survive that, if you want to survive a company intentionally giving you 20 1-star reviews, which will happen to you, you need to have 100 5-star reviews so you can fight back against that. And it's very hard to get reviews removed on Amazon. So have better reviews. So let's recap real fast. Have a better name with an implied promise, have a better price, have better features, have a better product, have better photos, have better purpose, have better reviews. And the last thing I'll talk about is the thing I said I'd return to, which is have better copy on your listing. This is near and dear to my heart because I'm a content writer and a copywriter by trade, and by passion as well, I'm a writer. And there is something really interesting that happens when somebody in the US reads an Amazon listing. We tend to have this radar. Tom will smile, but this is real. We're looking for something that shows us that this isn't a native English speaker. We're looking for someone that shows us that this is a company that isn't real people that are based in the US. And the ways that companies give themselves away as being, foreign companies that aren't necessarily native speaking English companies is they'll have grammatical mistakes. A lot of times they'll have really good listings that don't have grammar mistakes, but their photos will have grammar mistakes in the copy and the text that's on their photos. That's why, because they're getting their photos from Alibaba and other places, and they're just reusing those photos. That's a telltale sign that a company is not, doesn't care enough to speak to their consumers, which their consumers are native English speakers for the most part when it's Amazon. So make sure your copy, if you're serious about building an Amazon listing and you're not a fluent native speaker, make sure you hire a copywriter that can write your listing or go over it and find all those little mistakes. They could be an is or a what or an in the wrong position. But I promise you, if you have a listing that's wonderful and a couple of those mistakes show up, you will dramatically hurt your conversion rate, meaning the amount of people that see your listing and decide to buy afterwards. And then after that, if you have all those things working in sequence, if you have the right name, the right photos, the right copy, the right purpose, you're going to start making sales. And then it becomes a really fun game, if you like entrepreneurship, of how can I make this even better? How can I optimize this listing? And how can I optimize my marketing strategy? And another thing that's wonderful is there are thousands of articles out there about just how to do that, and most of them are free. But there's also thousands of people out there that know how to do that specifically with Amazon. And this is the last thing I want to mention. Let's say you're not interested in running an Amazon business and doing the things that I just mentioned. It doesn't intrigue you at all. Well, guess what? You can learn all of the tools that it takes to market, to use Amazon AdWords and market on Amazon, and teach people how to have efficient listings without having your own listing. And all of that education is free, and it's delivered by Amazon. You can become certified as an Amazon marketer for free and offer those services to people like me. people like me that want to optimize our listings. We have a listing and we want to optimize it. We want to double our sales. Well, we need people like you that understand how to do that with Amazon keywords and have the certifications that are free from Amazon. And Amazon likes that. They love giving away this stuff because they want people to sell more on Amazon. And if you go to these sites like Upwork and Fiverr, you will find that some of the highest paying individuals on those sites are proven Amazon marketers and proven e-commerce and Google AdWords marketers. And they're earning $50, $100 an hour at least. And so that might be a lucrative way for you to participate in the world economy or in the US economy while living in your local economy. So you can play the game like I played it, where you build an Amazon listing, or you can play the game however you want to play, where you help other people have better Amazon listings. So I really believe in Amazon. I think you can make great money with Amazon. And I hope that some of the things I've shared today can help you either start a listing or understand a little bit more about the space or know where to go for more information. So I'll pass it on to you, Tom.
Thanks, Aaron. Thank you so much for being part of our world and making such a huge difference in people's lives. You know, like we talked about before, being able to take your skills, you know, and using that phone that you're watching this on or a computer, you can take those skills all over the world. You can help people that need your help. Without Ethan and Jake, there's just no way I could build this stuff. You know, you can't, there's just too much stuff to do. And I need these techno wizards to be able to do the things that I don't have the time or energy to do. And I need to focus on what I'm focused on. And that's what you do. Find somebody who has something they're doing and then figure out how to help solve their problem. Because we all have problems. And the more successful you are, the bigger problems you get. So thanks, Aaron. I appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much for making such a huge difference in people's lives. Stay tuned. We're going to come right back for our next